Dawn from Boys and Girls Hairstyles. Today I have Chris with me. We have done a video on Chris before. It's been a while ago. We did really short and she looks awesome with short. But I wanted to show you guys she is growing out just a little bit. Like she was just saying, it's cute. She doesn't like it real long because then it's too much, and she says I'm calling because it's hanging, but she wants it a little bit longer. So I'm going to teach you just a little trick on texturizing also to help grow out your hair. Okay, so in the back she does want this, you know, cut across this way. So we are bringing that up. And that's the thing too with growing out. If you're going to grow out a little bit, you definitely, and for some it's okay, but I wouldn't love to grow this out when you're growing this out because you're going to feel like you have a mullet. So, but if that's the look you're going for, then that's fine also. Okay, so I'm just cleaning that up. Okay, sweet. All right, now up here, like I said, she's growing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to point cut, and obviously we just kind of want the little edges. We don't want to take a lot of length. So you're just going to come through, just take a tiny bit on those, on the ends. Okay, just follow this down, her head shape. And then at the top, I'll show you, she just kind of wants to grow it to where she can take a flat iron through it and kind of turn it if she wants, or, you know, just give it a little bit more body that way with the flat iron. So just take those edges off. Again, follow the head shape. And it depends, you can ask your client, you know, if they still want this tight, because sometimes, you know, they want just the top and the front to kind of grow out, but they want, you know, the back just tight. But Chris, we're just kind of growing hers all out just a little bit. So I'm just taking the edges off. So yeah, I thought it would be fun to show that you can still have fun, cute hair even when you're growing it out. But the key is texture, and I'll show you that when we're done. And then, like I said, the experiences that I've had over 24 years is I really can see if you keep the back shorter and texturize, it really helps the growing out process. The other thing is, if you guys don't have colored hair, you're wanting to grow out or something and it's driving you nuts, then coloring can help also, can totally help. So those are a few little ideas that you can do if you are growing out and you're sick of it. And say, you know, your hair is longer than Chris's and you're still trying to grow out, I would do what I'm doing now is just trim the edges around where, you know, their haircut is, but you're going to want to texture. And like I said, if it's longer, another way you can help it grow out so you don't get sick of it, because I feel like so many people all of a sudden just get sick of growing it out, so they chop it again, is curling your hair. So if you can just take a wand and curl it, you know, just half a curl, even to give it some body, that's another way that will help grow out your hair. Okay, so same thing up here, just trimming by taking the little edges off. And your hair grows fast, huh, Chris?
It does.
So, and she has a lot of it. So Chris has a lot of it, but it's fine. The texture is fine. So hair like that anyway needs a little bit more texture than normal. just say fine thin hair. Fine thick hair needs a lot of texture. Okay, so just a little bit. Okay, same thing over the ear. You can see I'm just gonna barely. And the crazy thing is, which a lot of you out there might think this or have heard, you know, a lot of people when they're growing out hair always think, well, I'm gonna grow it, so I'm not gonna go get my hair done. But that's another tip, is if you can just trim like this every 6 to 8 weeks, that's the very, very best for it. So a tiny trim, it won't, because a lot of people are like, oh, I don't want to cut it if I'm growing it. But I promise you, even take a picture of your hair, and if you're growing it and you trim it every 6 to 8 weeks, the health of your hair stays so much better, and it definitely grows faster. So, okay, bangs, we're just gonna kind of come in here, still take a tiny bit off. Just in different places, different areas here. Okay, and I'm just gonna shake that. So I wanna show you guys. So I'm gonna do this. Okay, when you texture, see you still have pretty good texture in there. It's hanging up there pretty good. I'm going to take, and especially through this area, because when she grows this out, it's gonna feel full and thick, like it's hanging. So I'm taking more of the chunky texturizing shears, and I'm kind of coming up towards the middle and the top. So you can see like this. What that's gonna do is that is going to cut those hairs out of the ends, so when it all falls together, she's gonna be able to piece it out more, and all that hair won't fall in the same exact spot. There will be shorter, chunkier pieces up above. So I'm gonna come up through this, kind of go mid to ends. Because that is one of the biggest things that I've noticed with people growing their hair is I just feel like it's hanging, like it's not styled. So I feel like if you get these shorter hairs in there, like you can see one here, it's really gonna help lift it. Because if not, growing hair out obviously is longer, so it's gonna weigh more, and it just does hang on the other hair. Okay, so yeah, you can see kind of those ends a little bit. And you'll get to see that. I should have showed you even more at first. Seems a little thick through this area. But I can even see from when I started with her hair, like holding it up, the thickness that was up through here, and now it's more piecey, like kind of airy through there. That's actually good for this because she won't get sick of it hanging there. It will stand up more. Okay, yeah, that should be good. And the reason why, okay, now say when I did this to Chris's hair and it didn't stand up at first like it did really, you're gonna wanna take the other texturizing shears and come down in, like closer to the scalp, not to the scalp, but just a little bit like in here, that area. But she had pretty good texture through there, so I don't wanna do too much because, yeah, you don't wanna do too much, right? So, but she did need it through all those ends because it was thick. And now you can see it's gonna be like more wispy and airy instead of so bulky growing out. Okay, all right. Sorry, lots of words. All right. Oh, I dropped that. Okay, that is the root lifter. So I'm just gonna do this, rub it in. You doing good, Chris?
I am.
Okay.
It already feels better.
Good. I'm so glad. Okay, just gonna put the mousse in. Yep, Chris has been a good friend forever and ever. She has boys that are my boys' age. Anyway, it's awesome. And she just become a grandma.
Yes.
So exciting.
Best thing ever.
Yeah, they say that's why you have kids, to have the grandbabies.
Oh yeah.
That's fun.
If you can make it through the kids.
Yeah, if you can make it through the kids, then you're good to go. Okay, now the back we're just gonna dry down. Way back and forth. So always move your blow dryer, always move your hands. That's a key part to having more volume in your hair and not having it so set. So if you're wanting that look and wanting that volume, the more you move the blow dryer and the more you move your hands back and forth, the better off you are going to be. It's so cute. We colored it. I use a 7N for the light brown, and then I use the bleach with the 40 volume, and it is really, really pretty. It blends any natural highlighting / gray, any natural highlighting, you don't see it. It blends so good. The last time that we colored her was October. And she come in, and my other client that was here was like, "You don't even need your hair done." Anyway, because it just was blended so, this color blends really well. So if you're trying to blend gray, that would be a good one. Okay, so you can see that this, if you can see, it's just light. There's those little pieces up through there, so you don't feel like all this length is too much, okay? Then I'm gonna take, I was gonna show you guys the styling paste. This is what I'm using now instead of clay. Styling paste, okay? I'm gonna take just a little fingertip full. Then of course, put it in my fingers, and then we'll bring this over here. And the cute thing with Chris's hair, like, it's so fun. She gets so many compliments, and there's been people that come out of town all the time because they ask her who does her hair because they love it. And so it just makes me feel so good. It's such, she just has such, she's always styling it cute, and anyway, she's darling. So with this haircut, she gets lots of compliments.
Thanks to Radona.
No, thanks for you always styling it and making it look good. But thanks, you're sweet.
And she saves me hours.
You know what? It really does make a difference. Like, if you keep up on your hair, that's the first thing. It definitely makes a difference. If it's easy, or you're trying to get it to work or try to stay in place 50 different ways, right?
Yes, no one wants to spend 1 hour getting ready every morning on their hair.
Right. No way. And especially once you have it short, heck no. You're like, mm-mm. So it's kind of fun because this stands up on its own, but she has more of, I wouldn't say like curl to her hair, but there's just a little bend with the natural and it getting a little bit longer. It just bends a little bit. So that way it's not like totally spiky everywhere. I'm just coming in here, just back combing through all of that texturizing. Okay, and then I love to spray where I've back combed. And obviously if you have a really stiff hairspray, you might just want to spray one area and then put it in place and then spray another, but this is holds, but it's movable. So I just like to spray it and then put it into its spot. So cute, Chris. It'll feel better too to have your color and...
Oh yeah.
Okay, now I'm gonna turn her to the mirror because I obviously have done this. Come back here and a little bit here. Okay.
I love it.
Is that okay? Is that
And
good?
so easy to do for
Good.
me.
Good. We need easy, right? She
Yes.
goes to work early.
The cut makes all the difference.
Okay, that's super cute. So before we've had it really short by her ears, so she's just starting to grow it out, and you'll be able to see on the other video, if you see her video, it's kind of a lot longer through here. Anyway, it's just fun to change it a little bit. So I wanted to show you guys how we do that. Now I'm gonna spray it and then I'll turn her around so you guys can see the full cute haircut. Okay, awesome, Chris, you're set. Thank you so much. And so happy that you let us videotape you. So
Well,
awesome.
thank you.
Yeah, and thanks everyone for supporting and watching. You guys are great. Thanks for commenting, and we will chat later. Thanks. See ya.